had to save you. You must live.
Tonight, just listen. This story does not begin with the ocean. It does not begin with a ship. It begins with poverty, with helplessness, with a man who had nothing left except love. Luca Mariani was a poor carpenter in a small town in Italy. He lived in an old, broken house. He woke up before sunrise, worked all day with wood and tools, and came home tired every night. But he was not afraid of hard work. He was afraid of one thing: losing his family. Luca's wife began to fall sick. At first, it was weakness, then fever, then pain in her chest. Her breathing became difficult. Luca watched her suffer and could do nothing. He had no money for medicine, no money for a doctor. One day, he held her hand and took her to a clinic. The doctor looked once and told him the fee. Luca checked his pockets. They were empty. He lowered his head in shame. After that, Luca went everywhere, to relatives, to neighbors, to people he once helped. He begged for money. Some people turned their faces away. Some closed their doors. Some looked at him with disgust, as if poverty was a crime. What hurt Luca the most was not the lack of money. It was the way people looked at him, like he was nothing. Every night, he sat beside his wife and lied to her. Tomorrow, I'll find help. Tomorrow, everything will be okay. But tomorrow never came. A rainy night, in a dark, silent room, his wife held his hand and softly said, "Luca, if I don't survive, promise me you'll protect our daughter." Luca cried, but he said nothing. That night, without treatment, without medicine, his wife took her last breath, silently. Luca lost his wife, and with her, he lost his faith in the world. That same day, he made a decision. My daughter will not die in poverty. She will not suffer like her mother. That decision led Luca to the ocean. October 1917, the Atlantic Ocean. A passenger ship was traveling from Italy to New York. The ship was filled with immigrants, poor people, big dreams. Among them was Luca Mariani, holding his 5-year-old daughter, Eliza. Eliza stood on the deck, watching the endless water. "Papa," she asked, "why does the ocean never end?" Luca smiled. "Because it's taking us to a new life." But dreams are fragile, and the ocean is merciless. At exactly 2 a.m., the ship shook violently. Metal screamed. Glass shattered. Then water. Freezing black water rushed into the lower decks. People screamed. Children cried. Panic exploded. Luca lifted Eliza into his arms and ran. The water rose quickly, to his knees, to his waist, to his chest, ice cold. Above him, crowds fought for the lifeboats. Luca looked up and understood the truth. They would never make it. Then he saw it. A broken cabin window, a sharp opening, only big enough for a child. Luca stopped. Time slowed. There was only him and Eliza. She was shaking. "Papa, I'm scared." Luca wiped her tears. His hands were trembling, but his voice was steady. "My brave girl, trust me." He hugged her tightly, one last time. Then he lifted her toward the opening, toward the ocean, toward the dark, and he pushed. Eliza fell into the freezing sea. She screamed. She disappeared under the water. Then she came back up, coughing, crying. From the window, Luca shouted with everything he had, "Swim, Eliza! Swim toward the light! Rescue boats are coming!" Searchlights cut through the darkness. Eliza saw them. She didn't want to swim. She wanted her father. But she swam because he told her to. 7 minutes later, the ship vanished beneath the ocean. Luca Mariani went down with it. His body was never found. 45 minutes later, a rescue boat pulled a small girl from the water. She was freezing, unconscious, but alive. Eliza grew up in an orphanage in New York. For many years, she believed her father abandoned her. She was angry. She was broken. 25 years later, the truth was discovered. Luca Mariani never left the ship. He died that night. He did not abandon his daughter. He saved her. Eliza never forgot one thing. Her mother died because there was no doctor, no medicine, no help. Eliza studied. She worked harder than anyone. She chose one goal. She would become a doctor. Years passed. Eliza became a successful physician. Later, she built hospitals. She became wealthy, very wealthy. But money was never her pride. Her pride was treating the poor for free. Every patient reminded her of her mother. In an interview, Eliza said, "I became a doctor because my parents couldn't be saved. My mother died without treatment. My father died saving me." Eliza lived a long life. She had children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, 31 lives, one sacrifice. Near the end of her life, Eliza said, "All my life, I kept swimming toward the light. Papa, I hope I made you proud." This is not just a shipwreck story. This is a story of love, of sacrifice, of a father's heart. Sometimes, to save us, someone must push us into the darkness so we can reach the light.